Is it possible to get visible wrinkle reduction in just one treatment? If you have advanced signs of aging or want to get rid of those pesky forehead lines and crow's feet, you might want to check out at-home plasma therapy, but it isn't for the faint of heart. And in today's video, I'll be sharing with you what the Snow Plasma Pen is and what it does. I'll show you how to use it, and we will take a look at my 6-week before and after photos of my forehead. So let's get started. Hello everyone, I'm Jodylynn and thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, welcome. I talk about ways to take care of the skin with a good skincare routine, SPF daily, and the help of beauty devices. I do not go in office. I don't get Botox fillers, plastic surgery. I try to just do everything here at home. I am more into rebuilding and remodeling the skin through the natural processes that we can use to stimulate collagen production through radiofrequency, microcurrent, plasma, those sorts of things, chemical peels. So if that is something that you're interested in, please subscribe. I would love to have you. All right, so what is this device? This is the Plasma Pen. It is by Snow Skin Company. It is CE approved. It comes with a 6-month warranty as well as a 7-day money-back guarantee. It can be used for professional or at-home use. Of course, if it's at home, with caution, and it offers also world shipping. It retails for $149.95. The technology on here, again, like I said, it is plasma technology, and it works by using a burst of plasma, which is induced argon gas, to stimulate collagen production in the skin. It looks like a burn and is more intense than microneedling, if any of you have done that, making it, I think, the most invasive at-home treatment, but it's really just minimally invasive. I mean, this is nothing like, plastic surgery or anything like that. The downtime is about 7 to 10 days. We're going to talk more about that in just a moment. But this is definitely, probably for me personally, the most invasive thing that I've ever done as far as the downtime, and you can see my face, which I'll be talking about that whole process in just a moment. So what is this supposed to do? It's actually supposed to do a lot of things. So help reduce and minimize fine lines, wrinkles, acne scars, hyperpigmentation. So it's going to brighten the skin. It can also lift sagging skin. If you have milia, which I do, you can get rid of milia. So there's a lot of things that this device does. And the company says that you should see results within 2 to 4 weeks, but that is really going to depend on how your skin, really behaves, what it is that you're doing, what you're treating. We'll talk more about that in just a moment as well. And you could have downtime anywhere from 5 to 10 days, depending on what it is that you are doing. Let's talk about how you use this, okay? So it is really important that you stop activities of all actives that are potentially irritating, glycolic acid, AHAs, BHAs, retinol, at least 3 days before treatment, especially if you have more sensitive skin. It is really important, and I want to say this again, and it is really important that you use a numbing cream. I felt that this really was painful for me anyway, and you're going to want to leave it on for 30 minutes and make sure that you do use saran wrap under. I'll tell you my whole experience about this, but when you're going to want to use this as directed. So making sure that you are also keeping this on for at least 30 minutes, I think is really important for this treatment. So what you're going to do, you get like these needles, okay? I'm assuming we're calling these needles, and you get this little screw thing. It's very important that you don't lose this little screw thing because it is not going to work if you don't, and it's not going to be able to stay in there. So you are just going to take out one of these needles. You are going to put these needles, let me see if you can kind of see that. Not sure that you can, but you are going to put it in there. And it's going to go like that. You're then going to take this little screw thing, put it through the hole, and then you are screwing this in. And you want to make sure that it's really nice and tight. What is really important is that you bend this needle. It's just easier when it's bent. It's like easy access. So you want to kind of bend it like that, so that it's easier to do this, if that makes any sense. So what you're gonna do is you are obviously gonna make sure that your skin is super squeaky clean. I like to use a glycolic acid cleanser. I like to use a gel. And then I like to go in with this. This is Hibid Cleanse. This is something that like surgeons use to wash their hands to make sure that they are super squeaky clean. I like to use this as a second cleanse to make sure everything is just really nice and sanitized. My hands are sanitized as well. And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna press the power button, and there are different levels. I think it goes all the way up to 8 levels. Now, when I reached out to Snow, they said about level 6 is about all that you need. So that's what I did, was a level 6. And this little button here where it says, I think it says out, that is where you are going to press, and then that is going to happen. When you press the button, the device is like, okay, I'm waiting now to get close to the skin. Once it gets close to the skin, you're gonna feel and hear a zzz sound, okay? And it's like a burn. So let me see if I can kind of show you on my hand here. There you go, woo! And I'm not sure if you saw it. So you're just getting it as close as you can to the area, and it will make this deep, okay? And then you can kind of smell it. It does smell like it burns. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. And that's all you do. And it is very like, I don't even think that you can see it, but I'm gonna show you off. You can see the little dots. So how you're going to do this, and I'm gonna show you video footage, but you're gonna wanna create a pattern. So you're gonna want to go on the area that needs to be treated, and you are going to do random little dots, and then you're gonna do all around the area as well, okay? So if you have 11s, you're gonna do it right in the 11s, and you're also gonna do it around the 11s. As you can see here, you're gonna wanna do those dots in a very random way, okay? So there's not a lot of rocket science here. It's very similar to this. You can see it on my face, but that's how you're gonna wanna do it. So after you are done with the treatment, the only thing that you're gonna use, and what they really suggest, is this colloidal silver spray. And I will post all this information in the product description. After you are done, you spray this on, and you're gonna spray this on twice a day, okay? That's all that you're gonna do. And you're gonna do this for like 10 days or 7 days, 7 to 10 days after all of those scabs are gone, because they will turn into scabs. It took about a couple of days for mine to turn into scabs. And then you want everything, all of those scabs, to be gone before you start your skincare routine, okay? A couple of things other that I've noticed that you can use during this process as well. You can just do this, but if you really want to take it up a few notches, what I did was I did this. And then I went on with copper peptides. This is great for the wound healing response, as well as if you have a growth factor that is very simple, like the Neogenesis growth factor. This is the recovery serum. I absolutely love this. This is great post-treatment for treatments like this. So I also use this, and that can help to accelerate the wound healing process. And then you can use like a Vaseline, a very light, or Aquaphor, a very light layer of that. I actually used emu oil. I am loving this. I love that it's more cosmetically elegant than Vaseline as well. And I love what this does to my skin. This is just amazing. And that's what I did. What I did was use these pretty much day and night. That's what I did during the skin. That is all I used. I did not use anything else until my scabs were gone. Once my scabs were completely gone, I went on with my normal skincare routine. I was able to add in my retinols, everything. I had no problems. You are not supposed to use sunscreen either for those first 7 to 10 days that you have those scabs. So it is really important that you are staying out of the sun. It is really important that you give yourself plenty of downtime. You're thoughtful on when you're going to do this so that you can just stay home if needed. That's what I did. If you do decide that you're going to go out, and what I suggest doing, and you can't wear SPF during those 7 to 10 days, getting something like this. This is by Bluestone. This is a sun shield. I absolutely love this. It is going to protect you from UVA and UVB rays like 99%. Like that's insane. It's been well tested. I absolutely love this. You can see very well through this as well. So this is just really clear and crisp. And when you look through this, yes, you look like an alien. I don't mind that at all. And I love to keep this on hand for these types of treatments that I'm going to do. If I'm going to be out, I want to walk the dog, I'm going to the mailbox, whatever. I like to cover myself with this. You surely don't want to do all of this work and then you ruin it by being in the sun, because we all know that the sun, it ages us. So that's really important. Now, another thing that you can do, and I forgot to say this, but right after the treatment, you want to do red light therapy. If you don't have red light therapy, you don't need to do it. Don't worry about it. It's just an additional step that I find to really accelerate that wound healing response and help to calm the skin. I would not the thing of it is that if you have a mask, I would definitely not put a red light therapy mask on top of these wounds, because they're wounds now. Okay. So you don't want anything laying on that wound, especially a mask. So if you have a panel, definitely use a panel. I love the Maysama panel. I use that. Also, this is a great one that is really affordable. This is by Farad Beauty. I've talked about this now several times on my channel, but the reason that I love this is because it does not touch the face. Okay. And it has these holes that add some circulation. So the air is moving around, because what, can happen is when you have masks, it can just be really irritating. Because it gets hot just because you've got it all wrapped around your face. So I'm going to put this on so you can see that it just does not touch the face. See, it doesn't touch the face at all. I mean, obviously you're not going to have your hair in your face, but I think you get the idea. And it also has yellow light, blue light, and it has red paired with near infrared. I love this for these types of treatments. You can do red light therapy every day, during this healing process. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. You can start to wear SPF and makeup after your scabs are gone. And then you can start your normal skincare routine. Now let's talk about beauty devices. If you are watching my channel, you probably do beauty devices. You either do microcurrent, radiofrequency, microneedling, all of those wonderful things. You're not going to want to do anything for 21 days. So that is what they are stating. You really want this to heal because all of that magic is happening inside. It's building collagen to be able to make that change. And you don't want to continue to irritate the skin with other treatments. So giving at least 21 days, then you can go on with your beauty devices. I kind of like that because you give yourself a break, which is kind of, nice, especially if you're doing beauty devices all the time like I am. All right, how often do you do these treatments? So you can do another treatment if you feel like, you love your results and you feel like you need to go in again. Wait 12 weeks. Wait 12 weeks and then you can do another treatment. There is on their website a whole section of questions. So an FAQ section, I really suggest that you read every single one of them before doing this and also before just even purchasing it. I mean, you're just going to go through that to make sure also that this is right for you and that you can do it on your face. So yeah, let's talk about my thoughts and my experience during this whole process. So the numbing cream, I've never used numbing cream before. This was the first time I ever used numbing cream, and man, oh man, I did not leave it on long enough. For me, it was quite painful. I did not use saran wrap. I should have done that. Next time, I'm definitely going to be doing that. But it wasn't like, if you were talking on a scale of 0 to 10 being pain, for me, it was probably about a 4, I would say, where I just knew it, like I could bear through it. It wasn't like over a 5 or anything. Everyone's pain tolerance is definitely different, but I definitely could feel it. Another thing that I want to note, it is very tedious process. It took me about 30 minutes just to do this area because you can see how small those dots are. They're very small. So you really need to be precise. You also need a very steady hand So if you are the type that is going to be like shaky and that sort of thing, you're probably not going to want to do this on your own. So just keep that in mind. You can go in and get a plasma treatment done. Okay. I would, if you do go in office to do a plasma treatment, I would definitely make sure that you are looking at the before and afters from the technician that is doing it. What are their credentials? Do they have an Instagram account? Like really look to see about all of the before and afters. And you're probably going to, depending on what it is that you're treating, do anywhere from 2 to 3 treatments, depending again on what it is that you're treating and what you are expecting your results. All right. So you're going to want a magnifying mirror as well. So keep that in mind when you're doing this, okay? Because you really want to be up close to be able to see everything. For me personally, mine stayed around, I'd say those scabs stayed around about 10 days. And I still had dark spots. I was getting a little nervous because it was like day 15. And while I had no scabs, I could still see those dark spots. And I was really nervous to see, if I was going to get like hyperpigmentation, if those were never going to go away. I was just like, oh my gosh, these are never going to go away. This is going to be very frustrating. But it was probably about, I'd say day 20 for me, 17, 18, day 20, where those spots were completely gone. So just be patient. I also suggest that where you're doing your normal skincare routine, make sure that you are using some sort of pigment inhibitor. That's what I do because I do have hyperpigmentation. I want to make sure that I am using a pigment inhibitor every single day that is going to help prevent your dark spots, hyperpigmentation from getting any darker. And yeah, so I did that on like day 10. I was able to start my normal skincare routine on about day 11, where I was able to use my retinols, my glycolic acids, vitamin C's. Like I had no issues. It was not sensitive for me at all. So there's definitely more downtime in this treatment than any other treatment that I've ever done. I mean, you can see my face. This is not like I wanted to go to work looking like this. So that's another reason why I feel like you just need to really be mindful of when you want to do this treatment and give yourself some time, so that you are not, looking like this. All right, let's go ahead and look at my before and afters. This is 5.5 weeks. So let's just start off with my 11 lines right here. I do not see any difference in my 11 lines. I actually think that's a little bit deeper. I feel like this area of the forehead definitely is a lot more smooth in texture, not as bumpy. I did get rid of, this is Amelia, and I did use it on those areas as well. Let's look at black and white photo. I like to show you color and black and white because the black and white gets rid of any of the lighting like that there might be. I think that you can see pretty much the same things. Let's go ahead and look at the side view. So what I feel that I am seeing is that this line and this line are definitely much more smooth. Let me know your guys' thoughts for sure. So I'm really impressed with that. And let's go ahead and look at the black and white. Like I really see how you can see that these are even more prominent in the black and white photo. Yeah, looks really a lot better. I'm very happy with that. And let's look at the other side of the face. Again, I feel like you can see like this is a deep line and it's definitely smoothed out. This line is virtually almost gone. Yeah, and the texture too is just a lot more smooth. And then let's look at the black and white. I think it's just the same, you can just see it a little bit better how much more smooth it is. So let me know your thoughts. I'm really impressed. And know that this is also my forehead. So I am very animated when I talk, I guess you could say. So my forehead is constantly, moving, and those wrinkles get deeper and deeper the more that you move. So I am curious to know what these will look like after another treatment. Okay, will I do it again? I absolutely will. I think that this is going to be great for those really troubled areas like the forehead lines. While I didn't see a lot of results here, I am still curious and I'm going to continue to do this maybe about every 12 weeks. I am a thinker. And what I mean by that is I do a lot of this. I know it's terrible. I try to be mindful of not doing that. I don't. So maybe this can even just bring it down some more. We'll kind of see, but I'm going to do it again for sure. And I think that it's going to be great for these lines. I want to do it again on these lines. I think it might be great here. However, I don't want to do it on here. I just think that me doing this, like I'm not going to be able to see myself doing it. So I don't think that it would be great to do on yourself on the neck area. I'm going to be sharing with you TJ tutorials. He has done the plasma treatment on most of his facial skin, this area as well, the nasolabial folds, he did it. And wow, his results I felt were pretty stunning. His downtime was definitely more than what mine was because he had the whole face that he did. And that was another reason why I didn't want to do the whole face, is because if you think about it, when you have just a little scab, you know, just a little area that's kind of wounded, it doesn't hurt as bad as if you did it for a larger area of the face. And I just think that if I did it on all of my face, I would just be not feeling very good. And so that's another reason why I chose to just do it on this area. So that's something to think about. Like maybe you just want to do this area. And then in a few weeks, you want to do it in another little area. And then you see what I'm saying? So that's something to kind of think about as well. But let's just kind of sum this video up. Overall, I'm really impressed with the results, and I believe it's definitely worth the effort only if you understand the required care that is involved in doing this, as well as I think that you just really need to be a super skincare junkie that does a lot of stuff at home. This is not going to be for just a newbie by any means. So keep that in mind. If you have any questions about this device and if you've ever done plasma, I would love to know. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you do not miss my upcoming videos. Until next time.